You may not have realized it, but it's been 10 months since the last time we saw new locations added to the Stenton system in Star Citizen, with the addition of ArcCorp and its moons through Star Citizen Alpha 3.5. And so, for people like me who are always eager to see Star Citizen making some progress, the addition of new places to go to is always an exciting moment. Welcome to this channel, everybody. This is the Eradicator, and today I am going to take you to what I think is the most exciting and beautiful place in the whole Stenton system. I will take you to the second moon of Microtech, Clio. Clio, like the other two moons of Microtech, was created with a brand new planetary tech V4, and as a result, it looks absolutely stunning, and it is really quite different compared to the other moons that we currently have right now in the Stenton system. But what immediately strikes the eyes when you're looking at the moon from orbit is that most of its surface is covered by oceans and seas of this beautiful, amazing jade color that you can't find anywhere else right now in the verse. And we're going to go down to the surface later in this video to have a clear feel of how it is when we are by a shore or a local beach. But that's not the point. Right now, let's just have a quick look around the moon, and then we'll go further down the outpost to see what this moon has to offer when it comes to trade. Both outposts belong to science company Ryrie, and so here we are going to a science outpost called Cantwell, which is located here on the dark side of this moon. Of course, the moon is rotated, so right now it is the night. You can also go there during the day. And as we are making your approach, we are going to see that the surface, the reality down there at the surface is not as smooth as it looks from the orbit. The weather can be a little bit difficult and rough, and that's what we are going to see as we get closer to the outpost. Getting to Cartwell Research Station was far more difficult than I had anticipated. I was there in the midst of the night and in the middle of a snowstorm in which the winds were very, very strong, to the point that it was actually very difficult for my constellation to navigate. I was flying at reduced speed, and when I was trying to maneuver to make a decent landing, the winds were so strong that they were actually pushing the ship on the side, which forced me to make an emergency landing. And leaving the ship, as you are going to see, was also quite difficult. I tried to make my way as quickly as possible to the trade outpost, but I was parked about 200 meters away from the door, and it took me forever to get to it. The wind was facing me. I could not get really fast. As you could see, I was really struggling to get to the outpost, and at the same time, the temperature was really, really low here at about minus 77 degrees Celsius. My life expectancy was very low. I had up to 8 minutes at some point to live, so I was really hoping that I would make it on time. Fortunately, I was able to make it on time and get to the trade terminal to buy some of the local commodities. The commodities at these stations are very similar to what we can see, for example, on Yela at Deakin's Research Station. We can also buy agricultural supplies, we can buy steams and medical supplies, which I really think is a great thing, because so far the only places where we could buy those items until now were at Yela and Selin, so this is going to open new trade opportunities in the future for trade-oriented players, and I also believe that it is going to release a little bit the pressure of those outposts, and it is going to migrate trade activity to other places of the Stenton system. So I really think that this is a very positive move here from the devs that is really going to help trade overall. And so, once I got outside, this time the wind was in my back, and as you can see, I could run. I was really surprised, positively surprised to see that weather does have some effect, wind does have some effect, and it was really pushing me. I was really fighting against the wind on my way to the storage facility, and now that I am back towards the ship, the wind is really pushing me. I am really fast, and this is really something that was quite shocking. I was not expecting that. Kudos to CIG for managing to pull this through. This was really impressive. And so I decided to leave the station here and go to the bright side of the moon because, of course, when we go to Clio, we come here to see those green jade skies and pink colors that we can see on the far side. By the way, I will let you admire this beautiful sunrise here that we're starting to see from orbit. This was maybe one of the highlights of the stream that I did earlier today on YouTube. I am so impressed. Once again, I know that I am repeating myself, but I think that the work that they've done with this moon is really impressive. To me, this is the most beautiful moon that there is right now in the Stanton system. Have a look at this, guys. Since both outposts were located in the dark side of the moon, I really wanted to find a place in the bright side, a place that was illuminated to really show you the highlights of this moon, which are those shorelines with those really coastal areas next to the ocean. And so I tried to find maybe what could be the most scenic place to visit, at least for a first time. This is not really easy because, where could you possibly go to for the first time when you visit a moon? So I just randomly picked a place right here in this shoreline that you can see, and we're going to slowly advance and make our way towards that shoreline. We're going to make a very nice atmospherical entry with that constellation, and slowly but surely we'll be make it to the surface. So I'll let you enjoy, guys, this footage that I took earlier today. As we are approaching the surface, I decided that this area would be absolutely perfect. It looks like there is a laguna right there, probably created by some of those craters, a couple of bays here as well, where the ocean seems to be trying to penetrate this small landmass. This looks like a perfect spot to do a little bit of tourism and show you what could be maybe one of the highlights of this moon here, Clio. This beach here, this gray-looking beach, seems to be a perfect spot to land the constellation. So we're going to land right here, and maybe we're going to put our feet in the water over here just to have a quick look of how the atmosphere here, what is the temperature outside, and is this a viable destination for tourism. And I am now descending to the surface, as you can see, and I did not regret getting a little bit sidetracked. This place is such a beauty. It is absolutely amazing. It lives up to my expectations, definitely. The sky is absolutely gorgeous, and this contrast here with this water, which seems to be reflecting it, and at the same time, this little hue of pink that we can also see is just breathtaking. This is perhaps the most alien place in the verse right now, and I highly recommend to anybody who has access to 3.9 or will have access to 3.9 to at least pay a visit to the shores of Clio. It is definitely something worth seeing. Even if you have nothing else to do in the verse, you've got to see that. The devs did an absolutely magnificent work, and I will never grow tired of this place, guys. Now, on the side notes, I was very surprised to see that I have about 4 hours of survival here on this moon. So it means the temperature is not too cold. I was looking at my personal wheel here, my personal internet wheel, and he did say that the temperature outside was about minus 33 degrees. So that is absolutely acceptable for the spacesuit that I have right here. And this really leaves a lot of opportunities for people who do want to do a little bit of first-person mining, of exploring. You will be able to go on Clio without requiring any special suit, and that is another very good point of going to Clio, to explore, enjoy the beautiful sights, and maybe make a little money on the side as well. But unfortunately, all good things do have an end, and I decided to leave this place before dawn, and I had another outpost to visit. This is the McGarrett outpost, which is the second rare outpost on this moon, and it turns out that it's exactly the same as the previous outpost. It does sell the same commodities, so I ended up buying some medical supplies that I would then sell at the TDD at New Babbage. As you can see, you have to go to the comments here and New Babbage Plaza. This is where you will find your destination here, the TDD, which is where they are going to buy pretty much everything that you are going to offer them. In the end, I've got to say, to conclude, that the devs have done a magnificent job here developing this mood. This is now my all-time favorite place in the Stanton system. As of now, I will try to go there as much as I can. Plus, they are selling medical supplies. I'm going to be able to make a lot of money. So I am very pleased with this. I am absolutely baffled by all the hard work that was done, including the weather system, which has this crazy wind that really pushes you. This was insane. But yeah, if anybody here is playing 3.9, I highly recommend you guys to do the same. Now, the problem is that I'm pretty sure that a lot of people are going to do it, and it's going to be difficult to trade, but that's okay. The novelty of going to Clio, I'm sure, is not going to fade anytime soon. But please tell me, guys, what you think about this moon here, Clio, in the comments down below. Are you going to get there as much as possible? Please share your thoughts in the comments down here. Also, don't forget that this month I got the giveaway. I'm giving away an M50 with lifetime insurance. All you have to do with the case of winning is to be a subscriber and to comment to any videos posted this month. The winner will be announced early May. Thanks to the J-Man, I'm also giving away $100 in gift card. This is for my Patreons and people who hit that join member. It really helps this channel a lot to bring this kind of content on a daily basis. I will see you guys tomorrow for more Star Citizen content. We are going to Calliope tomorrow. I hope that I'll be able to make a video like this one as well. And yeah, we're gonna end here on a groovy note here, as I am dancing here on at Wally's bar here in one of those private rooms. I'm really enjoying the music. Hope you enjoy those dance moves as well. I'm really the king of the dance floor now. Looking forward to see you guys here in the dance floor as well, because I'm kind of feeling a little bit lonely. This is the Eradicator, and I am signing out.